Guess who's back in the house? Guess who's back in the house? Can I tell you, this jacket got me feeling myself. Every time I put it on, I become, I was about to say somebody else, I'm lying. I just become a little bit more elevated. Can I tell you, I was a mess at DragCon, baby. Just from my vlog alone, you didn't even see half of it. I put this jacket on and it was like superpowers. Like the gay flag superpowers. I became something lovable, something to be admired, something I look forward to and aspire to be. More. I felt like I became Nikki 2.0. You know what I mean? I felt like also I was in an environment where everything was celebrated. You know what I mean? Like every good and beautiful thing was celebrated. So I was really comfortable just having a really, really good time. But happy Pride Month, guys. This is why I wore it. I'm still trying to piece together my outfit for all the Pride stuff going on here in LA. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. I got invited to a bunch of events. Some I cannot even make, but I promise you this, I will vlog everything that I go to Pride related. So you guys can, get the insider tea. Not tea, but so you can see what it's like from my perspective or just from the people who are there. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this month. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. I'm also excited about this episode because you guys have been tagging me in everything. As expected, a lot of people did not like Lena Dunham. There were a lot of comments about the show, so I know that it's going to be a lot of drama, but I'm really excited to see Ashanti. I haven't seen her on TV in a very long time, and I miss her. I do. Like, I miss seeing her perform because I think she's a great performer, and I miss just seeing her on TV. I miss seeing her in films. I think that when I was coming up, she had like a really, really strong career, and it's unfortunate that she didn't take off, but I'm hoping that, not take off, it's unfortunate that her star kind of faded just a bit, but I'm glad that she's back, and I'm hoping that this is like a rebirth of Ashanti, or just, or just Ashanti 2.0. She better get this jacket and change it up. Pretty Little Things, catch the sponsorship. They didn't pay me to do this. I just really love Pretty Little Thing. And Melody Ashani, I have to get to that store. I'm digressing. Let's get into this juicy review. That's why y'all told me to hurry up and review this show, because Asia has taken Monet's place. Asia got Cameron right together, because Cameron, I love Cameron. I really, really do. Cameron, I told y'all, Cameron, was liking some of the stuff that I was doing on Instagram. Hey sis. I like her, right? She is extremely talented, but it's like Cameron, sometimes Cameron be doing the most. You know what I mean? She's just like, so Monet goes home and Cameron's just like, I feel bad, and I know I shouldn't say this, but I don't want to be standing here. I wish I was there. Talking about she wish she was like in Monet's position, because I don't want to like wipe somebody's name off. I hate that. And Asia was like, so Cameron just leave, in her confessional. She was like, so Cameron just leave then. Like, Asia don't be buying that mess. Like, she does not, you know what? I love this jacket, but I feel it's everywhere. Like, I'm pulling it from my nose, from my lipstick. I'm gonna give it a few more shots, and then we gotta let this thing go. But anyway, Asia is just, she's not here for the BS. She's just like, girl, you happy that you stayed. You're happy that you're here. I think that Asia feels like Cameron is playing it up for the cameras, and I feel like that too, but I can't hate on that, because like I said before, this is your brand. Being on this show is your commercial, so you gotta do what you have to do. So I'm not mad at her for playing the game, but I'm just laughing at the fact that Asia calls it out every time. And anybody, even Queen she cool with, you know what I mean? She calls it out, and I love her for it. She's gonna be the new Monet. She's gonna be the one replacing all of Monet's confessionals. And she gets a lot of confessional screen time as well, because she's just hilarious. But Monet dominated it, and she started to dominate it after Monique Hart left, you know what I mean? And everybody started to come up after Miss Vanjie, who is a superstar. One episode and you're a superstar. That sis, I'm telling you, that chick is going to blow up beyond measure, and I'm excited for it. One episode, yo, ciao. I need to glow up like that. Anyway, I feel like after Miss Vanjie was cut, Monique crept up a bit more with the confessional screen time. Then when Monique was cut, Monet creeped up a bit more with the confessional screen time. Now that Monet is gone, we're gonna get a whole lot of Asia, who I think is gonna make it to the end. She might take the crown. I'm telling you, I feel like, and we can talk about it a little bit more later, but I feel like in the end, it's going to be Eureka, Miss Cracker, and Asia O'Hara. That's exactly what I think, because I feel like we are going to see a rise of Miss Cracker from this win. From last week's win, we are going to see a rise of Miss Cracker, and I feel like she's going to be the one to knock out Aquaria, and they might be lip syncing in the end. You know what I mean? To battle out for that final spot. I think that's going to happen. Now, I could be wrong. I'm still watching, but we will see. Before we get into this mini challenge, I do want to say thank you guys so much for showing me so much love on my Pose review. If you haven't checked it out, I'm going to post it somewhere right here. Please check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think about it. But I just want to thank you guys for really just checking it out and, you know, dialoguing with me in the comment section about it, because I think it's a very important show. I think it's it's about damn time, you know what I mean? I think we've waited very long enough to get trans people of color representation on TV, on a mainstream network. So I think it's a very important show, especially for the climate that we are in right now, the racial climate, the political climate. I think it's a very important show, and I made sure to review it, not just because of that, but also because I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of the ball world, and I'm of the LGBT community. So I just had to review it, and I thank you all so much for showing me so much love. Now, let's get into this mini challenge. I don't really understand it. I think it was a plug for Voss Events, and I think, is Voss Events the drag brunch in Miami? I don't know if they still have it, but I saw a clip from one of those brunches, and I think you guys have all seen it because it's a viral clip, and it's a drag queen who is singing, like mother is getting her tips and everything. Then she goes out to a bus, climbs up the bus, and then drops down in a split. I was just like, that should have been your Drag Race, you know, audition tape. I don't know who the drag queen is, but I do remember looking up to see if they was on Drag Race, and they have not been, but I feel like all she got to do is send that in, and she's definitely on the show. Anyway, I think that that's who Voss Events is, and I also think that this was a plug for them because they're a sponsor of the show, which is fine. I just didn't really make sense to me why they had to make like a pancake for Cheyenne. I didn't understand, like, it just didn't make any sense. But baby, let's talk about when they got to the food and started making their pancakes. You had Aquaria, who don't eat nothing but water, who was gagging over everything and just, you know, being, you know, showing that she was 21. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, here we can see 21-year-old Aquaria. And then you have Eureka, who was like, oh, I love me a snack challenge. Eureka got her whole I just thought that they were going back and forth between Aquaria and Eureka was having a ball. Literally. She was like, even the garnishes look delicious. Eureka is me at any buffet. I don't just go to any buffet, okay? I need a clean, you know, sanitary, good quality meats kind of buffet. You know what I mean? Where the food is worth it. Where you got to pay like $25 to get in. That's the kind of buffets that I go to. But you can't get me to anything. You cannot get me to anything. But when you say buffet, oh baby, I'll see you there, and I'll be early for once in my life. Panquisha. Cheyenne, if you don't calm down, he was giving me a lot with the neck, okay? I will say that. But I felt like Aquaria should have won. Maybe she didn't really do good with the taste, but I saw Pan's Labyrinth. I thought that was the most well thought out idea. Maybe she didn't have the taste, but I liked what she did. But Asia O'Hara ends up winning. She actually ends up winning, oh yeah, I had to take that off. If you're just now noticing, I had to take that off. It was a lot. But she ends up winning a spa visit to Spa on Rodeo. What is it called? Because I'm looking it up right now. Spa on Rodeo. I'm looking at this website. Oh, they spent a nice little penny on this, a nice little coins on this. So yeah, shout out to Rupaul for really using that budget wisely, because now I'm trying to get scrape up enough coins to go. It'll probably take me a minute, but I'm gonna get there and I'll vlog about it, because that's what I do now. Yes, content creator. So the Maxi Challenge is basically the queens doing their own drag and also creating drag for an evil twin. This is more of an emotional challenge than this. And I think that this is more of an emotional challenge than it is more of an entertaining challenge, because you really see the queens digging deep inside and really, addressing some of their problematic behavior. For Asia O'Hara, for instance, she talked about a moment that none of us really liked when she lost the ball and she blamed everybody backstage. And I think she was talking about the vixen because she said, I noticed it when I saw it in somebody else and I didn't like what I saw, and I realized that that was a part of me. So I am going to recreate that. And then after she said it, she was just like, in our confessional, she was just like, am I ready for this? Because that's really, that's a lot. Not only are you digging into a side that is not your best quality, you're also putting it on display and facing it. Ru went deep this week. Let's continue. Okay, the way this episode is going, either Aquaria is going to be on the top or the bottom, because when Rupaul is talking to her about her evil twin, Aquaria doesn't have anything. She's basing everything off of a sickening look, which it is, but she doesn't have any depth, and I think it's because she doesn't want to go deeper. Now, if she goes surface, then she might be lip syncing for her life. If she really meditates on the words that RuPaul gave her in the workroom and actually applies that to this challenge and really opens herself up and become vulnerable, then I think Homegirl got to win. I think that's how it's going. I could be wrong. Let's keep watching. Okay, so the way this episode is going, it seems like Cameron is going to probably be in the bottom as well, just because Ru is talking to her, and Cameron has this shyness thing that is more fear than it is just I'm shy and I don't. It's more fear of failing, and that's what Cameron has. And I can read it and I can catch it because I have it too. I've been doing a lot better. To be honest with you, I think when I started booking like big jobs, I was just like, oh, okay, I can do this. You know what I mean? Concerning my acting, and I had heard my whole life, from teachers, from really prominent people within the entertainment world, that I had something. You know what I mean? That I was somebody who was going to be very successful in this, right? That didn't matter if I was constantly getting rejected. So I think for me, my confidence got built up when I started booking things. And for me, it was just like, oh, I can do this, right? Like I am good enough. And it would have been amazing to have that confidence before I booked something. But I think booking really, really helps, which is why I was saying that when Cameron won those few times, I really felt like that would help her confidence. The same thing with Miss Cracker, because when you are somebody who not only operates in fear, but is a lot of times crippled by fear, and you're also a perfectionist, you set yourself back so much. And I think that's Cameron's problem. The same thing with Miss Cracker. I think that they both operate in a space of fear where it's, because we all have it, right? Some people just take fear by the horns and ride that thing right into success. Others are crippled by it. Some can break through from it, and you see a lot of times they're struggling. And I think that's what we see in Miss Cracker and in Cameron. It's the fear of failing. It's the fear of failing at something that you love, something that you know you were created to do, and failing at it hurts you so much because you love what you do so much. And when you're not doing it well, that fear of that failure hurts you more than actually missing that opportunity. And I think especially with Cameron, that's what's going on with Cameron right now. And I don't know if it's going to get the best of her, or I don't know if it's something that she's just going to like take by the horns and ride into success. But I'm nervous for her. Watching her meet with Ru, and none of like Ru's information seeming at the moment like it's penetrating, I'm kind of concerned. I'm like, honey, because if you lip sync again, you're going home. Like you can't like lip sync your life through this competition to win. Who did Bob do that? I don't know of any queen who does that, but there probably was when I think about all the seasons. But I'm concerned. I really, really am concerned. Why is RuPaul's evil twin an old auntie? I was like, whose mean old auntie is this? I was looking at that. I was like, that's probably what RuPaul. That's probably what RuPaul would be if RuPaul did not continue on with the drag, just changing the world with drag. I think that's who RuPaul probably would be. So that's probably why that evil twin is angry, because RuPaul, took fear by the balls and, rode it into success. So I was looking at that like, you know what? I think we're fighting against who we would be if we stayed in our hometowns, and who we actually are when we pursue what we were made to do. This is what this challenge is. It's not evil twin. It's who you would have been if you would never left that stale situation. I preach on it. I love how the queens were more excited for Ashanti than Lena Dunham. they had to be coached. You know how if you ever been to a live taping of a show, they have to really coach the audience a few times to get the reaction that they want. I feel like they were coached. The reactions, even Aquaria, I was like, oh, y'all had to be coached into that reaction. And can we talk about how Eureka's eyebrows, have they always been this aggressive? Because I'm just like, oh, those things are blocked. Okay. They were giving me Charlie Chaplin. And I was just like, sis, is this what you're going for? Because, no. So we're finally at the runway. Before we get into it, I really, really like the Pride commercials with the drag queens throughout the episode. I watched this later after the show has aired so that I can like skip through commercials. No tea, no shade. I just feel like the show is an hour and a half and I don't want to stay here any longer than I have to, okay? I got some cake, but not that much. Anyway, I like that. I really did enjoy it and I felt like it was very important. Now let's get into Ru's dress. What's going on? She started off with such an iconic look this season and now I'm like, oh, we getting DIY and crafty. I did not like that dress at all. I get the doubling because of, you know, it's the good and the evil or whatever, you know, who you are as a sweet, good girl drag queen and you evil drag queen. So maybe that's what all that patchiness came from. But I didn't like it. The jewels threw me off. It wasn't for me. But that hair and makeup, loved it. Everything about it. The wig was sitting nicely. The makeup. Who is it? You guys told me it was Raven and Delta Work. Gorgeous. They do some great work. That's a good team. That's an Oscar team you need to hold on to. Keep it up, Ru. I love that. The dress, though. Call Law Roach. I will recommend Law Roach for everything because the upgrade that he gave Celine Dion and Zendaya, listen, I can't wait to get in that category to be like, hey, Law, I'm going to the Emmy, sis. What you got? So Ashanti looks beautiful. She was giving me Jessica Rabbit with the hair. I really, really liked her hair. Beautiful, simple makeup. I liked it. Well, simple for Drag Race. I really, really liked her look. Really, really gorgeous. Then we get to Lena. I will say this. This is the most glam I have ever seen her. I feel like she really tried. I feel like she really, really tried. I've seen her on red carpets. And this right here is the most beat, the most effort. In the span of Lena Dunham, I could go for this. I could be like, okay, sis, you did something good. You did something good. You still problematic though, Ma. You got to get it together. Because I feel like Lena Dunham really wants to be an ally, but her upbringing just don't allow her to see things the way she needs to. It's just like, oh, you don't get it quite right. But at least she keep on trying. I mean, she gets raked through the coals and come back kicking. So, you know, give her something for the 9 lives she keep on giving herself. Oh, Lord. Then Ru lifted up her arm and the material wasn't even like, they didn't even put not an inseam. What is a lining? You can see right through the secret. You gotta put a lining. Oh, no shade because I know the costume director, you know, every time it's a hit or it's a miss, right? But they do great work. So I don't want to drag them. I'm just like, this look, it's a no from me. So, Cameron might be going home tonight or at least lip syncing. This was the weakest drag I've ever seen Cameron do on this season. I mean, it was giving me bargain basement cosplay. I didn't like it. I didn't like either look. The best thing on that runway was her evil twin makeup. That's it. Everything else I was like, ooh, sis. Ooh, sis. Unless the person you are lip syncing again wig come off, you might be going home. And then also, I just didn't feel like she said that she was a muscle queen. I didn't see any of that. I don't know. Cameron, what happened? Eureka. That first look, it wasn't you. Like, hell no. I'm like, this is who you are. I know y'all sick of the loaf, but I would have wished that she would have done something like that because this just represents the good of Eureka. So I would have loved like the loaf and like a lighter makeup and a fabulous gown because that is what Eureka does. So I'm just like, this is supposed to represent you. I felt like she was channeling like Dolly Parton. Like it just didn't make sense this first look. But I think she's going to be safe because that evil twin was spot on. It was so good. The makeup was better. The monologue was better. She felt stronger in that evil twin than she did in the good girl, which is why I'm like, catch. I feel like Mother is more comfortable in that evil twin than she is in her own skin. Something for her to look into, because she sold that to me. That good girl, she ain't sell it to me. But anyway, I felt like the look was just stronger. It was a much stronger look, and she gave me a bit of divine, and I loved it. I loved it. The evil twin was so much better than what she sent down the runway. I did not like that look on her. The wig was cute, but I just didn't like the look. To me, it wasn't Eureka. I felt like she could have saved that for another challenge. This wasn't it. This was when you were supposed to be yourself. That second was her. That first one, I don't know where that representative came from. It was giving me, like Dolly Parton, conservative, like wife tease. But I'm like, who thinks of Eureka? Who thinks of Dolly Parton or conservative wife when you think about Eureka? Like, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. She missed me there, but I think she's going to be safe with that evil twin, because the evil twin was spectacular. Miss Cracker. I love the first look. I love the second look. The issue is, I don't think they match up to the challenge. I felt like the prehistoric look, first of all, the monologue was great for both. I feel like the evil twin look was just too themed, and the theme she used it for wasn't evil twin. Now, if she would have wore that outfit, I wish she would have explained why she had all those bones on her. You know what I mean? It would have been like, I'm resting in the bowels of hell after I've devoured, Miss Cracker's hopes and dreams. I'm eating the marrow of her joy. Something like that to explain the bones. Because if not, you just look like pebbles. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't understand it. And then the first look, I get the whole queen thing, but then, see, this is the thing where I feel like it's going to be a problem with the queens. The monologues aren't matching the looks. You gotta match them both up, and I think they probably did the monologues before they worked on the looks, or the looks came before the monologue. I don't know, but a lot of times it's not just matching up. She calls herself the queen of sci-fi and comedy. I just saw like Victorian queen and then a Pebbles Halloween costume. So I don't know. We might get Cameron and Cameron and Miss Cracker in the bottom lip syncing. We really might have that. And I'm kind of sad, but I want to see Miss Cracker lip sync. I really do, because I think she got it in her. So we'll see. Has she lip synced? Wait, has she lip synced before? Or has she always been safe? I can't remember. Let me know in the comment section below, because I cannot remember if she lip synced before. I don't think she did. I think she's always been safe. I take back everything that I said in the beginning of this video. No tea, no shade. Top 3, Asia O'Hara, Eureka, and Aquaria. She turned it out, y'all. Like, both looks. The monologue matched the freaking look. I know people get on her because she's young. Sometimes people just get it early in life, and I feel like this is the case with Eureka. She looked amazing. With Aquaria, she looked amazing. Aquaria looked absolutely amazing. I got both looks. She explained both looks. She sold it. Dang, that chick is good. Good. She deserves it. She deserves this win. I haven't seen anybody else, but I'm already coining her as the winner. She was that good. The look, that bone jaw thing with the it. And she explained the freaking bones. Work. Oh, Miss Cracker, man, I just don't think she's gonna make it to that top 3. Now, if Aquaria is still around, well, oh, I did not expect for Asia to read herself like that. I mean, I was dead after that. Oh, woo, she let that saboteur speak. I will say this, when she first came out with the balloons, I was like, And then the evil twin came out, and I saw her deflate the balloon and then drag the other balloons. I got it. You know what I mean? Like, it worked together. It made sense. I wish she would have mentioned more that she was more of a showgirl or a pageant queen. I didn't get that much of an explanation that justified the look that much to me with the good girl, the first look, but that second look. Listen, The makeup was everything. The monologue, honest. You know what I mean? Not saying that it's true, but I felt like that is probably some of the negative things she thinks about herself. It was good. I don't know if she's going to be the top because I haven't seen. Isn't it One More Look we're waiting on? Eureka, Cameron. Who else? There's one more person. We saw Miss Cracker. Oh wait, is this everybody? Okay, so this is it, right? Yeah, so I think we've seen everybody. So she may be in the top. I think if we're going to have the top, it's going to be Aquaria and Asia O'Hara. The bottom is definitely going to be Cameron and Miss Cracker. I feel like that. Because I feel like Eureka's evil twin is going to keep her safe. So, I don't know. We're still watching. Let's keep going. So, then we get to the evil twins and that question where Rue asks who should go and who should stay. Okay, Aquaria, you took the method acting a bit too far. Girl, break character. When she said that comment to Rue, I don't give a F about your critiques. Rue and Michelle were like, I was like, oh, girl, break character. I think even evil, a lot of twins were being, the evil twins were still being very PC. But it seems like it's going to be Miss Cracker and Cameron. And I think, I can't wait to get to this Untucked because Miss Cracker was shocked that people picked her. Especially Asia O'Hara. I didn't think that she would pick her. I thought that she would pick Cameron because she was reading her the most in the confessionals. But listen, you never know how these shows are going to go. That's why it's called entertainment. I will say this though. I do see, because a lot of queens who have been eliminated have been saying that Eureka does the most. Now, I'm not going to read her on that. This is a competition. She wants to win. You can't get mad at somebody for going big. But I will say she was very distracting when I was watching Rue speak to the queens. Eureka was doing something every second. It's distracting, but I won't say it's a negative distraction. I will say that I can see what the queens were saying because I noticed her. Even when you were talking to another queen, she was still in focus. Now, if this were a movie set, right, or a TV show set, and you know we have a scripted show and you have this character, this one actor just doing the most, really making it frustrating for the other actors, I can understand. And I would be like, because I've been in situations like that where, you know, people are making big choices not because it betters the show or their acting partner. It's because for them they think that this will be great, I'll look amazing in this, and a lot of times it doesn't work. However, this is a competition. So, you know what I mean? And this is her commercial for her brand. So if the heifer gonna still focus, then you need to still focus back. I can't, like, it's a competition, so I can't, like, read her for those things. But I will say, I noticed it. Mother was doing something every moment. It's smart, though. It may be annoying, but it's smart. This is what you should do. And I feel like people, instead of hating on her, especially people on the show, instead of hating on her, you should have learned. You should have learned, because she learned on her season. I would have been like, let me take some notes, because you've been here before. You've done this. And if you're going to keep on talking, even when they said be quiet, I'm going to keep on talking. If you're going to keep on going on with your character when somebody else is doing something, I'm going to keep on going too. Me and you just going to be annoying up in this piece because I need that money. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Don't hate the queen. Hate the drag. No, hate the competition. I'm going to work on that. I want to stop here because the judges are doing the critiques down, right? I want to stop here to just focus on what RuPaul said. And this is what I have been saying since the beginning of this competition. RuPaul, they were discussing Cameron. And RuPaul was just like, it bothers me because Cameron's very subdued. She does not go deeper, and when you go deeper, it's really, and you open up, it's when the audience really falls in love with you. I'm telling y'all, there have been some negative things said about RuPaul, especially if you go on Twitter. It's a bloodbath on there. But I have to say, she is setting these queens up for success, because in that one little sentence, I got so much from that. And I was just like, this is why she does this, because she wants her community to win. She wants her family to win. She's setting you up with a huge platform. And what she was basically saying, and I hope that there are future drag queens who are auditioning for this show who keep on doing it, listen to this. She said, when you go deeper and open up, that's when the fans fall in love with you. That's why she made this platform so that you can brand yourself, so that you can use this as a commercial and really get yourself out there. So she's saying, that's what the same thing she was saying to Monet. Give us more of this. Give us more of that. Take off the wigs. Give us a different look. She's trying to show Monet that she needs to be versatile, because although you may do that at your shows back home, we're not watching that. We're watching you in this very moment. So you got to show the world what you can do so you can get booked when you leave here. I'm like, listen, every time RuPaul speaks, I'm like, y'all got to listen, especially when she in the workroom giving y'all all that tea. Y'all have to listen. She is trying to help these queens succeed. That's why she talks. Although yes, it's a TV show, right? When she's talking to them and she's saying, you know, give me a little bit more of this, give me a little bit more. She is giving you direction. Giving you direction to not only last on this TV show, but to also give yourself a fan base and to leave this show charging triple because you showed what you're worth on this show, or at least given us something to really fan out about. And I thought that was so important. I'm like, y'all come on this show. Some queens come on this show and they just don't have a plan. You got to come, or in reality TV, you got to get on there knowing that this is about to be an hour-long commercial, hour and a half long commercial for my brand. This is my resume in one season. So I need to make sure this is the best of the best being put on this resume. Essentially, the show is going to set you up to win, even if you don't win the competition. You know what I mean? I just, man, I heard that and I was just like, if anybody is auditioning for the show, please listen to that. Please listen that the girl is giving y'all critiques. She's giving y'all notes for a reason. Listen. Eureka could have done some fabulous gowns. I even listened to Preston Carsley. I forgot the name. I even, listened to his critiques about Eureka's outfit and defending it. And I get it, innocent Cher from Clueless and then Divine. I honestly get it, but Divine wouldn't wear that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the makeup was Divine, the outfit was not Divine. I wish Eureka would have went with some sickening gowns, because that's what she's known for. You know what I mean? Some sickening big girl gowns. I wish she would have done something like that. Went very light with one gown and very dark with the other. That's what would have sold it for me. The makeup and the hair sold it. Neck down, nah, Ma, you missed the mark. Wow, Rue got real passionate talking about Miss Cracker, and I think it's because she can see her potential. She knows what Miss Cracker can do, and she's rooting for her. She really, really is, and it's unfortunate because I don't think Miss Cracker's going to go home, but I don't think she's going to take home the crown. But she's on the show, and she's lasted for a very long time, and she gains new fans every, episode, every, retweet or whatever. Like, it's good for her. It's good for her brand. But you could see that RuPaul was just like, I know what you can do. What are you doing? This was made for you to win. Like, I feel like RuPaul came into this challenge thinking that Miss Cracker was going to win this, and to see her just not rise to the occasion really hurt her, which happens to everybody who loves Miss Cracker every episode. We're just like, we know what you can do. We've seen it. What is going on? And I think it is. It's her producing herself, and it's also the perfectionist in her, and it's also fair. Like, she doesn't want to go all the way there. She goes to what she's comfortable with doing, because she feels like if she takes a risk and she fails, that's going to set her back. That is, I'm telling you, as somebody who is a perfectionist and operates in fear and still trying to work on it, the biggest fear you have is to give it your all, go beyond what you know that you can do, and lay it all out on the table, and it's still not good. The fear of that keeps you from doing so much. And it's just like, man, when Miss Cracker gets beyond that, you're going to see some drag you couldn't even fathom. And I can't wait. She's going to get past it. She really, really is. She's going to keep on working at it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to take. It's probably going to be one performance. It's probably, she's just going to wake up one day and be like, I'm done. I'm done living beneath what I know I'm capable of doing. It's going to happen. And when it does, you better be ready. I don't know why I went to a gospel song. It's in me. It's in me. Wow. Aquaria got Ruth saying she was gobsmacked. She might take this crown. I always thought Eureka was a sure bet, but if Aquaria keeps this up, this might be her crown to win. It really may be. However, we've never seen her lip sync. So I don't know. You know what I mean? It always comes down to that final lip sync. You know, that finale, it always comes down to that lip sync. So we'll see. But yeah, Mother is making it to the end. The fact that RuPaul said that Aquaria's The Looks was in the top 10 of Drag Race history. Wow. Wow. That is, that's commendable. That's commendable. Read the chick however you want. But she can serve out a look. And she rises to the occasion. She really, really does. So, just like I called it, Asia O'Hara and Eureka are safe. Aquaria wins. She had no competition tonight. She had none. She needed to win. And damn, she probably is going to get this crown. Not saying that I don't want her to get it. I just, I don't know. I just, when I first came into the show, I thought that other people had it. And it's just like, listen, it's how the cookie crumbles. If she does walk away with it, I'll be fine. She's giving me Violet Chachki. She really, really is. Violet Chachki came in very young, and people were hating on the fact that Violet Chachki was young, like just got into drag, but she turned out some looks. Like, I knew Violet Chachki was going to win the competition when she did that gold number and transformed it on the runway to plaid. And Carson was like, I was just like, oh, this is your crown, Heifer. You winning this, I knew. And I'm looking at Aquaria on this challenge, and I'm just like, you gonna walk away with this. Unless your lip sync is garbage, I don't see how Aquaria is not winning this season. I don't. I really, really don't. And that leads me to my baby, Miss Cracker. Miss Cracker, she's lip syncing for her life tonight, along with Cameron. And if, I think it's Cameron's time to go. But she may stay if Miss Cracker just doesn't pull it out. And if she gets in her head and defeats herself, Cameron is going to live another day. So we will see. We will see. Let's get into it. Wait, before we get into it, how do you guys think that they did that with the good twin watching the evil twin take the, like, being safe and up for elimination news? Like, I don't know how they did that. I'm like, one set of twins was acting. Either the evil twins were reacting to Rue in the moment, or later on after filming, or after they filmed a few scenes, or either the good twins are acting. I think it may be the good twins that are acting, because I feel like the good twins went first and the evil twins, yeah, that's what I think happened. I think the good twins went first and then they filmed their reactions, or like, not their reactions, I think they, you know, redid the reactions, like, you know, react to this, react to that. That's what I think happened. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think I'm gonna stick? Okay, Cracker. Whoa, okay. Tonight, do you think I'm a nasty girl? Please. Oh, Cameron might be going home. Please, please. Miss Cracker.
Cameron Michaels. Ashanti, you stay. Thank you.
Wow.
Taste of Miss Cracker, and you never go back. Now, sashay away.
Rue, thank you so much.
Oh.
I'm gonna get out there and do it. Damn it! Share, cockroaches, cracker, damn it! Bam!
So I was so distraught, I cut off the camera and I didn't mean to do that. I liked what Miss Cracker was giving. I thought she was going to stay. I felt like Cameron was just defeated. I don't know what was Rue's thinking. I think maybe she was more mad at Cracker than she was at Cameron. I think Rue was upset that Miss Cracker just did not rise to the occasion. But I don't know why she would be mad at Cameron for that as well, because Cameron wasn't really, like, this wasn't, I think I was more happy because I don't remember seeing Miss Cracker lip sync for her life, but I felt like she was giving me something. I felt like she was giving me personality. I felt like, you know, she was doing a little something, and Cameron wasn't giving me anything. I didn't, from what I saw in the lip sync, I didn't think that she deserved to stay, but I think that Rue at this point was kind of over Miss Cracker because she wanted her to give her more, and she knew that she was probably capable of doing some great things. I feel like Rue was just like, what we've seen from Cameron is probably what we're going to see. But Miss Cracker has so many levels, and not saying that it's a bad thing. Like, some people just know their drag, right? But there's so many more levels with Miss Cracker, and I think Rue was just disappointed that we keep on getting surface. That may be it, but I still would have kept Miss Cracker because just based off of that lip sync, I think she did a bit better. So I was shocked. I was really, really shocked by it. And then her exit, I'm just like, after Miss Vanjie, I would have been practicing, you know, just in case. I would have been practicing my exit line. I would have done something spectacular to be just as memorable as Miss Vanjie, but, you know, that's just me. I don't know. I'm still in my feelings. I feel like Miss Cracker should have been in the Final Four. I really, really do. I don't know. Guys, yo. Yo. I don't even know what to say. I'm so upset. Anyway, that's where it ends. I'm about to get into Untucked, so stick with me. I'm going to put it somewhere right here when I'm done here. So look in the box somewhere around here. It's going to be in here. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next week for the following episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, where I think we're going to get our final three. And I think it's going to be Aquaria, Eureka, and Asia O'Hara. I don't think that Cameron can turn it out to knock any of those chicks out of the top three. I don't see it. I don't see it. But I didn't think she would be here. So who knows? Anyway, see you then. Love you guys. Bye.